Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now this wasn't actually a video I intended to make today. I just got in and I saw France were playing Uruguay, so I thought let's whack that on the telly. I had a good old British cup of tea and some biscuits to watch it, and I expected to see France run absolutely riot over Uruguay. Now that was not the case. So look, there's quite a few talking points from this game, so I thought it was probably worthy of filming something. As I said, I wasn't taking notes because I didn't expect it to pan out like this whatsoever. As always before the games, I do like to check what the bookies think, and I checked the bookies, and it was 60 points. France by 60 points. Now, look, in the end, they only came out 15 points favourites. So, wow, what a game that was. France scoring late as well. It was locked at 20-12 for a good portion of that second half. Absolute madness. Look, you can't take an awful lot from this game in terms of the French Rugby World Cup chances, considering they're playing a second-string team, but look, there was enough quality in that French outfit to really do some damage, but they were so far off the pace. Look, they've got talent all over the park. Villiers, Jaminet, some real quality players, Malvaca, but they really, really struggled. The error count from France was absolutely unbelievable. The Uruguayans, a lot of them aren't full-time rugby players playing for top teams. They were playing with massive amount of pride. And this French outfit, when it comes to simple things you expect them to dominate in, such as scrum and line out, they were conceding penalties, dropping the ball, giving away turnovers. It was absolutely crazy. The French penalty count was another thing to comment on. It was huge. Like, I believe they conceded only 4 penalties against the All Blacks. You must be looking double figures for France, if not considerably more. Now, look, you got to give Uruguay credit. I mean, they were impressive, and they scored one hell of a try. They scored in the first 5 minutes via a crossfield kick, fielded poorly by Jaminet, and they went over in the corner. And then also, their second try they scored in the second half was just well worked, great running lines, and look, it was a phenomenal try. A little pull ball out the back, went behind the blocker, and Vincent, the French number 13, shot out the line, completely missed the ball carrier, and off he goes into the corner. A brilliant try from Uruguay. Now, look, I think they were 200-1 going into the game, and at one point, you'd never say Uruguay looked like they were going to win it, but 8 points in a game at this level, with Uruguay scoring only one less try, it felt like not something was brewing, not like they could win, but it was like, if something clicks, if there's something happens, an interceptor charge down, this could tear up the script for the whole of, let alone just rugby, sport in general. So, look, not too much to comment on in terms of the game, as look, it was quite a scrappy one. Lots of knock-ons, lots of scrums, lots of penalties. And look, Jaminet resorted to kicking 2 penalties to really give France the edge, which shows you how they felt about the game. Not a lot of confidence, not a lot of conviction in the French game plan. Very sort of helter-skelter, not sure what they're doing. In terms of decision-making, I thought it was really poor, especially off penalties. For example, they were given a penalty between the 10 and the halfway, or a scrum in the midfield, just between the 22 and the 10 metre line. They decided to take the scrum and then win a penalty and kick to touch. Why wouldn't you just kick to touch from the first penalty? There's a lot of systematic things which you have to question and go, look, this is an international outfit who are favourites to win the World Cup. Why is their decision making so far off? Now, they could probably say they wanted to work on a scrum or whatever they want, but look, in the context of the game, this wasn't a game in which they were trying stuff out. It was a game in which, at points, they were really just trying to win it. So, look, I've done a lot of talking, but look, there's plenty to talk about when it comes to the French discipline problems. Lack of accuracy was huge. Getting stripped, knock-ons in the 22. The fly half, Hastoy kicking the ball out way past the dead ball line from a crossfield kick, which looked like a simple pass. Lots of stuff just wasn't really clicking. Now, you have to add in the Tammy Furuna, sorry I pronounced that wrong, what should have been or could have potentially been a red card. I mean, look, I think I can understand why it's a yellow card. Dipping in height, there's an assist tackler, there's lots of articulating parts, so that could potentially change the picture for the tackler. But in my opinion, if you're applying the same criteria as you are with the Tom Curry, in terms of sort of the level of danger, and it didn't really look like a textbook tackle. It looked sort of like a bent arm, sort of a tensed arm like that, going straight to the ball carrier's head. the way it works with World Rugby, if you're tackling legally and you get it wrong, fine, mitigation can be applied. But if you come in with the poor tackle technique, in which isn't a legal tackle, then you can't actually use mitigation to bring you down the framework. So look, if you deem that to be an illegal tackle in terms of the technique, that's a red card. So look, an interesting game, very interesting game. 8 points in it at half time and 15 points in it at full time. Yeah, an intriguing contest, and I'll be very eager to see what you have to say in the comment section down below. Ultimately, France roll on. France will qualify as the number 1 seed in their group, but look, when they go on to the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and even a final, this game will be well in the past, and no one will ever bring it up. But look, it's good to see the Tier 2 nations really, really pulling their weight. And look, a lot of the time I don't watch these sort of games because I don't want to see a team get pummeled and lose all of their sort of like respect and whatnot. But to see a Tier 2 team really put up a fight and make it a good game to watch. Like, I enjoyed watching some of that game because it was competitive. So there you have it. That is the France versus Uruguay game where the French massively underperformed and Uruguay did themselves proud. So look, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. And yeah, as always, I'll get back to every single comment. But yeah, that concludes this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.